Welcome, everybody, to episode 74 of the Mullins Over Music podcast. This episode is with Jacob Umansky, a legendary bass player who's played with Intervals, Poppy, Aviations. So many you can't even really count it. But I know you guys are going to love this episode. Check it out.
Recording in progress.
Welcome, everybody, to the Mullins Over Music podcast. I'm your host, as always, at least until AI inevitably takes over all of our jobs. Austin, and I'm here with a special guest. I'm going to let him introduce himself so you can put a name to a face to a voice. Go ahead, my friend.
What's up? My name's Jacob Umansky. I play bass for a lot of different people and a lot of different projects, but you might know me for playing with Intervals. I played with Poppy, done some work with Ollie Steele, Nita Strauss. I play on like a bunch of video games and TV shows and stuff. So just I play bass.
I play bass. That really does sum up what you do.
That's all I do. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, man. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thanks, man.
Now we have two important questions to start off the podcast.
Sure.
Everybody knows these two questions. The first one is the fun fact question because when you were in school, you had to do the icebreakers, and the
Sure.
fun fact always came up. I hope I know you didn't know this then, but it was all in preparation for my podcast.
Right. It's all leading up to this one moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I know you got a fun fact ready for me, and I didn't just slightly put you on the spot for that. So give me a
Oh
fun
man.
fact.
What's a fun fact?
It's a fact that's
I
fun.
never had wisdom teeth grow in. I was born without wisdom teeth.
Really
Yeah. I have one wisdom tooth. The rest didn't grow in. I don't have them.
interesting.
Yeah, they're just kind of chilling.
I think I did hear somewhere that it's starting to become more common that you don't get wisdom teeth in.
Yeah, that's why I'm the way I am. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. My dad was like born without tonsils.
That
So
is
like,
interesting.
yeah. So everyone in my family is just like something's been being taken away that we don't need.
More specifically in the mouth region, it
Yeah,
seems.
exactly. Like my kid's just not gonna be able to like not have a tongue or something.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah, that's kind of a fun fact. I don't know.
that is a fun fact. Well, my second question is always the fun question,
Yeah,
and I like this one. Now, I'm not a big breakfast person, but I still could answer this question.
sure.
If you could only eat one food for breakfast for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh man, that's a great question. Uh, and it would have the dietary effects of me eating this thing every day.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll make that a surefire thing.
Damn. Okay. Well, maybe like maybe like an omelet with like some peppers,
Okay.
bacon, and cheese, and like some onions in it. I was gonna say like a bacon, egg, and cheese, but like I don't know, eating that every day, it probably isn't the move. So I'd say some kind
Yeah.
of give me like I'm happy with like a nice little savory option. I don't need to have like a big sandwich to be like happy. I love
Yeah.
like if you were telling me like I could have it every day and like I wouldn't, you know, get fat. I tell
Yeah.
you a bacon, egg, and cheese with a potato latke and avocado in it.
Ooh.
That's my yeah on a everything bagel toasted. That's my I'm in New York. That's my jam.
You're
But
making me hungry.
yeah, dude. That's but I just say some kind of omelet, some little healthy option with some fruit probably.
Omelet's a good
I'm
one.
boring.
No, omelet's versatile. You can
Yeah,
add
yeah,
all sorts of different things to an omelet, and it's
yeah,
still generally an omelet, which is
yeah,
the important part.
yeah. So I'd say that.
Okay, I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Great answer. As they say on Family Feud, great answer. Great. And then it's always a terrible answer on Family Feud. I don't know where they get that idea that it's a good answer.
Hmm.
Well, let's get into some music questions because
Sure.
that's what we're here for. We're here for the
Hell yeah.
music. And I like to frame this one as a superhero origin story of your own.
Hmm.
So take me back as far as you want. You Somebody took me as far back as the womb, so if you can go that far, go for it.
I can get you
But
close, probably, but not that
I
far.
just want to have the whole picture, how you got to be the Jacob Umansky.
um, well, I think so. Both my parents um, are musicians, not like professionally, really, but they met in a band. So there's music around my house, and when I was around like 2 years old, I think there was like the black and white uh, uh, thing on TV of Jailhouse Rock. Like Elvis was
Yeah.
doing like Blue Suede Shoes or something like that, and like there's a picture of me just like kneeling on the ground like that, just like staring at the TV, and my parents were like, "He likes that." And then all of a sudden, like maybe a year or two later, I saw Kiss on TV, and I saw Gene Simmons, and then then I could like formulate sentences and like whatever. So I was like, I want to do that, and so my parents were like, you want to play guitar? I was like, whatever that is. So they bought me an acoustic guitar. And like I was young, so like before that I was like, I think when that happened I was like 4 or 5. So I was like 7. They bought me an acoustic guitar, and they got me lessons. And then within like the first like 3 months, I learned that Gene Simmons, who I was like, I want to do that. I learned that he was a bass player. So so I asked my dad. This was like I was taking guitar lessons for like 3 months, and I suck. I was like a 7 year old playing guitar. But
Yeah.
I was like to my dad, I'm like, I want a bass. And he goes, dude, no, like I just got you this guitar and you're taking guitar lessons. And I'm like, but Gene Simmons does that. I want to. He goes, look, if you play guitar for a year, I'll buy you a bass. So after 6 months of like wearing him down, um, he bought me a bass, like this little shitty Gretsch
Yeah.
Les Paul looking thing. And then my guitar teacher told my dad, like, hey, dude, like, there's just so much I could show him bass wise. I don't like, he's like, he was bringing like his acoustic guitar over and like showing me things to play on bass, and it just wasn't vibing. So my I have this uncle in my family. He's not really my uncle. He's like my dad's friend from college, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
He works on like jazz festivals, and he was telling me that my dad, who's into like progressive music and stuff like that, he was like, hey, like I know you've been showing Jake like King Crimson and stuff. There's this Chapman's. Do you know what a Chapman stick is?
I
It's like
think
this.
so.
It's like what Tony Levin from King Crimson plays. It's like this big
Oh,
long 10 string
yeah.
thing. You tap it. So it's like, hey, there's this Chapman stick player playing in Long Beach. Like you should take Jake. So my dad took me. I was like 8 years old, and we met the guy, and we are like, hey man, like, do you know any bass players on Long Island? Like my son wants to like take lessons. And he introduced me to this guy named Mike Frost, and Mike Frost was became my teacher for like from when I was 8 to when I was like 17. And so even though like I was working with him, and the way he's kind of structured our lessons was like he'd show me shit that I want for like 20 minutes, and then the other 40 minutes he would show me like you know basic stuff, like stuff that or like not basics, but like the foundation of like playing bass. So we would learn like
Yeah.
walking bass, 12 bar blues. We eventually would get into like jazz, and then on my own through him like getting me like technically good, I was able to like kind of go off on my own and learn the things that I wanted to learn, like metal and that, and then kind of put together um uh I guess how the jazzy stuff that he was showing me kind of influenced all the progressive metal stuff that I was getting into. This is kind of like me. I'm like consolidating,
Yeah,
obviously,
of course.
but yeah. By the time I was like, I guess, maybe 16, I was good.
Yeah.
And I was good enough to think like, all right, maybe I could do this for like like professionally, and I got thinking about like colleges and yeah, I auditioned for Berkeley, and he helped me with that, and so that's kind of like what got me to got me through childhood, and that's kind of how
Yeah.
I got where you know I mean that's kind of how I developed as like a player when I was I guess from 2 to 17.
Yeah.
You know,
I get what you're saying.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. It's been fun. It's been a
Oh
cool
yeah.
little ride.
And you play with so many awesome people.
Yeah, yeah. It's been yeah. It's really cool. I'm very very lucky to get to do what I do.
Who's your favorite to play with? I won't tell nobody, I promise.
I don't know,
No, I'm
man.
just
I
kidding.
I don't
I'm
know.
just
Like
kidding.
it's so different. Like I don't play with Poppy anymore, but that was a really fun gig. But the interval stuff is cool because it's stuff I like. I play on the records and
Intervals
stuff.
is awesome.
Thank you. But yeah, that's kind of cool because it's like it's at the point where like I write my own parts for the music
Yeah.
and I get to like execute it live and then do it in or execute in the studio and then we do it live and it's a pretty cool feeling to get to try you're with this collective of humans
Yeah.
and you're trying to pull that crazy shit off. It's very cool.
Humans, you guys play at a superhuman level in intervals. It's fantastic.
Thanks, man.
Well,
It's
of course, we have to talk about the most important part, and that's your gear. Tell me what you're rocking,
my
because
gear.
I know you got a ton of good gear.
Yeah, I do. My main gear is let's see, for tour, I use a Fractal FM9,
Okay.
which is an amp modeler.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I used for all my, when we're especially when we're like touring overseas, like we don't use cabs on stage. It's literally just that to front of house. Um,
Is
to
it
this day,
the board one or the rack
yeah,
one?
yeah, the board. The guys are
Okay.
using but when we're in the states, it's that we use the Axe FXs, which are the racks.
Yeah.
But I have but overseas we use the floor units. It's just easier to
Okay.
travel with. But yeah, and I basically just build my signal chain, do this like little parallel distortion thing, which is kind of what anytime you hear me, that's kind of what I'm doing. Um, and then when we're in the states, I'll use dark glass cabinets on stage, feeding through like a dark glass power amp. And yeah, the main thing is my basses, which are these Dingwall guys.
Yep.
So this is my first signature bass with Dingwall, which is really cool.
It's
It's called the
beautiful.
Soul. Thank you. Yeah. So we just put it out. I've been playing this a bass that's looked like this for like 5 years now. Maybe 6. Shit. But this is the first. This is like the first mass production version of
Yeah.
it. So that just came out a couple months ago.
Ding walls are so. See, my favorite part about a ding wall
Yeah.
is the look of it. It just
Yeah.
the three slanted pickups.
Yeah. It's a clean look, dude.
Yeah. My buddy, he also he I think he plays Ormsby, who does something similar.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
And
seen those before.
he takes out the middle pickup.
See, that's cool. I don't use the middle pickup very much. If it's for like a specific session or someone requests that I do. But the reason I keep it in there is because with all the thumping and technical stuff I do, I use the middle pickup as a ramp, so
Yeah.
it's easy to have that down there rather than like having the gap and having your fingers get caught under it.
Yeah.
So I normally will keep that I keep it on all my basses, but even
Yeah.
like the P bass that I have from Dingwall, like I want to put a ramp in it because exactly that reason. I want to
Yeah.
have that.
It's a nice good support
Yeah,
for your
exactly.
hand.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
as playing bass goes, you
Hmm.
definitely need that support sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I
Although
mean,
I have seen people play with like they're just hand hovering over it. And I'm like, okay.
yeah. I don't know. I do the floating thumb thing, so my thumb's always on top of the strings rather than like on the side of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody plays differently, but that's just kind of always been my go-to thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ramp is just makes thumping a lot easier.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
Well, now we get into this is perhaps one of my favorite questions because I like to throw all the musicians off with it.
Hmm.
Um, it starts out simple. What's your favorite song you've written, you've played on, and why?
Oh
But
man.
I'm gonna give you the opposite end too. What's your
Okay.
least favorite song you've written and played on, and why?
Oh my God. That's I don't
Because
know.
you know there's a tier list.
Yeah.
If you had to put one on top, there's one on top, and then there's gonna be at least one on bottom.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Does the song have to be out yet? Well, actually, yeah, I guess so. So my
Yeah.
favorite song that I've ever written or played on is not out yet, but the ones that
Okay.
are out, um, song that I've written because like the interval stuff I write the bass parts for, so I
Yeah,
can give you an
that counts.
yeah, yeah. Um, let's see. Honestly, I would say it would be either. That's tough, dude.
I know.
Maybe like there's maybe three.
Okay, let
It'd
me hear them.
be like mnemonic by
Ooh, that is a good one.
um nootropic
Okay.
and there's a song called Espada by Clayton King that I play
Yeah.
on. That's it's real hard and it's real sick. So yeah, a lot of yeah, I think those would be my top three. I don't know. I love all my children equally.
Of course.
Um, but my least favorite.
Yeah, like your ginger kid. No, I'm just
Yeah, damn, dude, that's fucked up. That's
kidding.
fucked up. All my kids have souls. Um, I don't know. I'm not gonna say the artist or the song because I don't want
Okay.
to put anybody on the spot.
Of course,
But
of course.
just the overall experience of just somebody giving me like very very unclear revisions and like
Yeah.
and just kind of like asking me to do things on the track because basically like the song didn't require me to do a lot of crazy stuff like
Yeah, of
in my
course.
opinion as like a songwriter and as like a bass player he sent me the song and I was like oh, okay this is what I'm gonna do and he's like oh no well I hired you because I want you to do all this crazy stuff I'm like yeah but it doesn't
It
like
doesn't
sound
serve the
that good
song.
over the yeah exactly so I ended up just like giving him something I wasn't really stoked on because look at the end of the day you're hiring me to you're high I'm you're asking me to do something I'm gonna do it but I like was giving him pushback because like it
Yeah.
just like dude like it doesn't sound good over this so probably that and it's not even like the song's bad or like the bass parts are bad or it's just more so like I listen to it and I think about like that was a shitty experience but
Yeah.
I'd say like out of I don't know I made like a playlist of all the songs that I've played on and it's like 14 hours maybe more of music
That's awesome.
yeah and I'd say maybe like I've had two experiences on that list where I'm like this kind of sucked
Yeah.
but which is pretty good out of 14
Oh, yeah.
hours
Out
maybe
of
like
14 whole hours?
yeah out of 14 hours maybe like 20 minutes of
Yeah.
suck it's not bad
No, not at all.
yeah
And I mean, you know how to play crazy stuff while
yeah
also serving the song.
yeah that's the thing it's like a lot of it is like I'll be sent a track and everyone's like, "Oh, I want you to do your thing," which when they say that they're like, "Oh, slap or do all the cool shit."
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't do that and I'll send the song and they're like, "Oh, this sounds great." And I'm thinking, "Yeah, I know. It's the bass lines are cool. It's just not
Yeah.
slap. It's just cool."
You're like, this is what the song needed bass wise.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
Yeah.
every song needs craziness in it.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of the stuff like that I do for like some like TV stuff or like video game stuff, it's very, you know, people hire me because they see me do all that stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't really need to be doing that on those tracks.
No. What's your favorite video game you've worked on?
I've
That
only
could be
like
like,
done like three.
okay, out of the three then.
Um,
Because I don't remember
One
which
is
game.
not out yet. One is not out, or one is not out yet, and I can't say. But I'd say probably Call of Duty. The I think it was Black Ops 7 is the newest one that we just did.
Is that the newest one?
I don't know. I don't play it.
I
It's
I don't
anytime
play.
they I dude, I don't play video games. I really like the storylines of some video games,
Yeah.
but I never got into video games. And it was funny cuz like when I the composer messaged me, he's like, "Hey, do you want to download code for the game?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I just gave it to my brother-in-law.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah. But they know that he knows I don't play it, but I
Yeah.
promote it, and I love the music. It's awesome. It's like one of the funnest jobs I have is getting to do that stuff with Activision and Kevin Sherwood. But yeah, I don't play video games.
Which Kevin Sherwood is one of my dream podcast guests.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have separate list. I have three different lists. So I have
Hmm.
like strictly music artist type of deal list.
Yeah.
Then I have a composer list, and then I have like a producer, sound engineer
Sure.
A&R list.
Sure.
And
No,
Kevin Sherwood's on one.
Kevin's a super chill guy. Like it when hit me up to do it, he didn't tell me what game it was until we like FaceTimed for the first time.
Yeah.
And he's super chill. Like it's the way it works is like they'll message me and he'll be like, "Hey, song's coming up. Like, just be ready in the next couple of days." And then he'll send it to me, and then I'll have like, it's a pretty short turnaround, but it's gotten to when you work with it's the same thing with intervals now. It's funny because I've done like I think like 8 songs with him now. Like it
Yeah.
kind of like with intervals, like when they send me a thing, I'll when I'm writing my own parts, I'll be like, okay, cool. I think I'll know what he wants to hear over this, and then it's the same thing with Kevin now. I'll basically hear the song and I'll think, okay, here's where I have room to kind of do my own thing. And there are points earlier on where I'm like, can I get away with doing like a Baroque style bass arpeggio in this last chorus? And like no one says anything, and now it's just in the game forever. But it's cool. He's really cool to work with. I'm really grateful that I get to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well, let's move on to some more fun music questions.
sure,
Now, we're going to kind of expand a little bit. This is we're still in your personal music favorites, but this is
sure,
not stuff that you've played on necessarily.
cool.
I like to call this your guilty pleasure of music. Don't think of it as stuff you're embarrassed to tell people you listen to,
Mm-hmm.
unless you are. In that case, I would love to hear it. But
Yeah.
think of it as stuff that people wouldn't expect you to listen to.
Okay. Pierce the Veil. Love Pierce the Veil.
Okay, I could see why people wouldn't expect you to listen to Pierce the Veil.
Yeah. Story so far.
Okay,
Um,
this
Avenged
is like,
Sevenfold
yeah,
is like my favorite band in the world. Actually, like they're the reason I do this thing.
yeah,
Um, who's another guilty pleasure? I mean, they're not. I'm not guilty about any of
yeah,
it.
of course.
Um,
It's just a good clickbaity title.
yeah, no,
I'm
I
just
know.
kidding.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I guess those are some. Yeah, Pierce the Veil. I don't know. I used to fuck with Yellow Card pretty heavily
Okay.
back in the day, like pop punk type stuff, or whatever you would call that.
I'd almost count Yellow Card not as pop punk anymore, but as like pop rock.
Yeah, pop rock, I guess. Um, Let me think. What are some other ones that I'm people wouldn't expect. I don't know. I listen to a lot of weird stuff,
Are you
but I'm
secretly a
really
big Swiftie? No, I'm just
no, no. I don't really listen to Taylor Swift that much, unfortunately. I'm a big fan of Amos Heller. He's her bass player, and he's one of my favorite humans. He's such a nice guy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really listen to a lot of pop stuff, or not poppy, but like pop stuff on the
yeah, I
radio.
know.
But yeah, I don't know. I like Daniel Caesar. I'm a huge Mac Miller fan, like a diehard Mac Miller fan. So there, yeah, maybe those are some things people wouldn't expect me to listen to, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really listen to the proggy stuff like regularly either.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
that's something people would expect you to listen
Yeah,
to
I
a
don't
lot
do
of.
that. I listen to like way heavier stuff, I think. Which maybe has more progressive elements in it, but
I guess it depends.
yeah, like right now, like in my if you took up my Spotify, I'm probably listening to a lot of like Humanity's Last Breath,
Yeah.
um, Loathe,
Ooh,
um, who else?
like some Buster Odahome stuff.
Yeah, Buster's sick. Everything he does, like I thrown. Honestly,
Yeah.
you could just give me anything Buster's done, and I'll just listen to that forever. Fuljarda,
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
I would say the most recent thing I listened to was Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza.
Oh yeah, I mean for the first time.
No, I w listened to their new song that just came out.
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
listened to them like kind of before, but I'm doing like a deep dive into
Oh,
it.
dude, all those records are peak, as the kids would say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joshua Travis.
yeah. Josh is a homie. He's the sickest dude. I love that guy. I see him once in a blue moon. I think yeah, like everything that guy does and touches is brilliant. Like what he did with Amur,
Yeah.
he like completely revitalized that band. Um,
His Amir
but yeah,
tracks are my favorite Amir tracks.
yeah, but all that chaos, like like Danza or Ion Dissonance, um, uh, what else? Like Beneath the Massacre, all that
Yeah.
crazy stuff. Yeah, big into that. I know that's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah, absolutely.
trying to think who else, but yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah. Um, let's see here. Ooh, I do like this one.
Yeah,
Give
sure.
me so this is a twist. I want five influences, but two of them have to be non-musical.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I want you to think on that.
Jeez. Okay, so influences in terms of like bass. Uh, Maybe I should think of the non-influences, non-musical ones first. Um, Fuck that's tough. I never even think. No one ever asks me stuff like that because I
We
don't.
asked the hard-hitting questions here.
Yeah. Um,
Because I
in
just like
terms
to
of
see what
like,
people know. Like the world around us affects us, so
yeah,
that influences us too.
in terms of just like my overall, like when I write music and how I want people to feel about it.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. Maybe like what's a good one?
The Exorcist, because you have that
Yo,
poster in the
well, that's
background.
what. Well, I was gonna say like maybe like Clive Barker,
Yeah,
because like that whole that whole
vibe.
yeah, that whole vibe is kind of a lot of my the aesthetic I like and stuff like I don't know. I'm a big horror guy, so maybe that
Oh,
in
I am
terms of
too.
yeah. So maybe that guy. Just in terms of like how I like write my lyrics too, because I like if you read like the Hellbound Heart and stuff like
Yeah.
that, that's kind of I take a lot of influence from that. And I don't know. Let's go to music and then I'll come back to the other
Okay.
one. But
Yeah.
Marcus Miller, because he's an
Yes.
incredible bass player, but also that because he's an insane composer.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, like in terms of bass, like I could list them all. Like Victor
Yeah.
Wooten, Rex Brown is a big one. Rex Brown or like Johnny Christ, like two guys you wouldn't really expect me to like.
You can
They're not
hear
really
that
proggy
though.
guys.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and and maybe like
Honestly, underrated bass players in general.
completely. Yeah. like Victor Wooten, obviously, but like maybe like John. No, not John. I just said that. Who was one? Oh, Sinister Gates.
Yeah.
Sinister Gates from
Okay.
Avenged Sevenfold. Just because like he was like the first dude that I saw where you can like dress all sick and like be a cool guy, but also
Yeah.
like have ball knowledge about you know about like
Yeah.
the instrument, not just like you know. So yeah, I'd say Sinister Gates. And another influence, maybe like I don't know. I'd have to really think about this. This is tough.
Hey, you gave me some
Yeah.
pretty good musical
Yeah.
influences there. I'll take
Yeah.
them.
Cool. 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 Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I have to ask, since we brought it
Hmm.
up, what's your favorite horror movie of all
Oh,
time?
I don't know. It changes.
It changes for me often too.
I think up there it's like Hereditary was really good. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of like the Alien franchise. I
Did you
really
like the
like the.
newest one?
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved that. I liked Alien Earth too, but I didn't like how it retconned. I liked the concept of Prometheus. I love Prometheus, and I
I
love the
thought it was
concept.
great.
Yeah, I loved all that. Like they were kind of really going out there in terms of like existence and like
Yeah.
our how we got here. I loved that, but I didn't like how Alien Earth kind of retconned that. But either way, um, I'd say probably like maybe Hereditary.
Classic. I
Yeah,
mean,
Hereditary was good.
it's weird to call it
Um,
a classic, but it
yeah,
is
I know.
classic.
I love like a lot of these newer ones that have come out in the last like 15, 20 years, like The Witch.
That's good.
Um, yeah, basically any movie I have like a tattoo of. So like Alien, I have Black Phillip, I have um, Blair Witch. Um, let
Did
me
you see the new
think.
Silent Hill?
Not yet, no. But
Don't.
okay, yeah, I heard it was not great. That's why I haven't seen it.
It's
But
laughably bad.
yeah. Or the new Weapons was really good. I mean,
It
not new
was.
weapon. I mean Weapons.
Yeah.
Uh, or the new I really like in terms of like acting and like the overall movie. It was whatever, but
Yeah.
for some reason, I'm super in love with the 2013 Evil Dead movie.
I like that film.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I just love. I'm a big like fan of anything that has to do with the occult and like
Yeah.
demons and like that stuff. There's this movie called The Taking of Deborah Logan that's really really cool.
I've heard that
I'd
name
watch
before.
that. I just watched this movie called Strange Harvest, which was
Okay.
really good. It's like a that's probably up there in my top 20 now.
Where can I
And
watch that so I can give you my thoughts?
Hulu, Hulu.
Hulu? Okay.
Yeah, you
I'll
can
go
watch it on
watch it and let
Hulu.
you know.
And The Void is also really good. The Void and The
I have seen
Ritual.
that one.
Yeah, all those are really good, man. I could just do a whole thing on these. Yeah. People always ask me like what my hobbies are. And it's like I do music and I watch horror movies. It's fucking great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I saw the new 28 Years Later Bone Temple. It
Uh,
was interesting.
was that the final one? The one that just came out?
They've got one more. It's the latest one.
Okay, I
They've
haven't seen
got
that.
one more.
I saw 28 years later, but I haven't seen Bone Temple yet.
So I missed 28 Years Later
Hmm.
and saw Bone Temple. So now I have to
I
go backwards
yeah.
and watch that one. It's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Hmm.
If you liked the other ones, you'll love this one.
Okay, cool.
It's not as horror-esque,
That's fine.
but
Like, there's just
you
so
can
much you
only
could
do
do
so
with
much.
zombies.
Yeah. And I'm excited for the next one. You'll see
Cool.
why.
Cool. Very
But
cool.
let's move on to some I call these semi-rapid fire questions. So
Sure.
let's see how fast we can do this.
Hell yeah.
What is a song that you didn't write that you wish you wrote out of any song in the world?
Um,
I do in the air tonight by Phil Collins.
I'd say "Is It Really You" by Loathe.
That song is so beautiful.
It's top three best songs ever written, in my opinion. It's
Absolutely.
and those guys are like friends of mine, and I like anytime I get a chance, I'm like, yo, you guys are like, I fucking love your band, like because I loved them before, like I knew Faisal and Eric,
Yeah.
and but yeah, they're like the best band. Yeah.
Dude.
So I'd say I definitely wish I wrote that song because just watching how crowds react to it every time, it's just you know how the weight and like the
Yeah.
gravity that song has on people.
People, it's almost like a religious experience for
Sure.
some people because that
Yeah.
that song is very ethereal,
Yeah,
and
and
I
it's
like a
very
good ethereal sounding
yeah,
like
and the lyrics are very like up to interpretation. Like it can mean a lot of things, which I kind of like.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What is a dream collaboration of yours? If you were able to work on any project with any person, who would it be?
Hmm. I don't know. That's a good question.
I'd like to see you compose a horror film
Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know. It'd be cool
or
to
like
like do
at
some.
least play on it. Yeah.
It'd be cool to do something like with like Doom,
Oh, okay.
Doom related. I don't know. I also really like. Um, I don't know. There's a couple metal bands that I could like see myself like messing around with like in terms of just adding my thing to
Yeah.
their music.
Hey,
Um,
Counterparts doesn't have a bass player. No, I'm just
I'm a huge Counterparts fan. I just don't think that's my. I could do the thing, but I don't.
yeah.
They should get somebody who's like I don't know.
They have somebody. They have a computer. No, I'm just
Yeah, true,
kidding.
true. I don't know. I like this band Bill Murray. They have
Dude, I
I don't know
love
who's
Bill
playing bass
Murray.
for him now, but they had like Sky from Issues playing on the records, and like he
Oh,
does this
awesome.
all this cool like funky stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
who's doing him now, but I don't know. I always jam those records and like hear really cool like
Yeah.
bass stuff. So maybe something with them, or I don't know. I feel like I hear a lot of like the hyper pop metal stuff that Bring Me the Horizon's doing,
Yeah.
and I feel like I could add some really cool shit to that. So
I think
maybe
you
something
could
like
too.
that. I'm a huge Bring Me fan.
Oh, bring me unmatched in like popularity with like style and flair.
Yeah, there was like it was the best live show I've ever seen. I think
I still have not seen them yet.
I saw them in
Waiting.
Long Island at like a 600 cap venue in 2009, and then
Awesome.
when I was playing with Poppy over the summer, I saw them in front of like 100,000 people uh, in Rock Rock'em Ring, and it was so cool.
That is sick.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Well, let's talk about ooh. Out of all your songs, if somebody wants to get a good feel of how you play bass
Mm.
and, and how you are as a musician, what song should they listen to?
Hmm.
Like, what's a good starting point for the Jacob Umansky
I would say probably
discography?
like Mnemonic. Probably my favorite song, like the songs I said earlier, like
Yeah.
probably like um, Mnemonic,
Honestly, that's
Nootropic,
one of my favorite
Espada.
songs at the moment.
Yeah, or like Lock and Key maybe. In terms of stuff that I've written, I have this other project, Gia, um, and we have the song called Perfect Blur. So that's probably a good one in terms of like just like a song that I've written.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think those the first three are probably ones that if you want to like hear me do the thing,
Yeah.
probably those. Yeah,
Okay.
or like maybe there's this band I also play with called Portraits. Um, they have a song called Sell Low and another song called Kiowa. So either of those, like I do the thing that I do on them.
Yeah.
So any of those probably.
I like it.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm gonna do this little section with you because I think this would work out great. I'm gonna
Sure.
pick a character from a film,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to tell me like a couple songs or a couple artists that you think they'd listen to.
Okay.
So let me see. Let's do. Ooh, I got so many good ones to pick from. You know what? Let's do. Uh, what's her face from The Ring? The main
Samara.
creepy. Yeah, Samara.
Okay.
Why do I always forget that name?
I made myself forget it because that movie traumatized me for such a long time. Um,
What do you think she would listen to?
oh, that's a great question. I think she listens to Meshuggah,
I could
like
see
some
that.
really, not because it's heavy, but I mean, yes, because it's heavy,
Yeah,
but because it's just like
it's got a groove to it.
it's not even that. It's just scary music. Like
Yeah,
it's just scary music. It's unsettling. Um,
it contrasts like the singer has a
yeah.
bald head, she has a lot of hair. It's a good contrast too.
I'm more so just thinking of like what's going through her head, more less than
Yeah,
like her appearance. But yeah, maybe like Ice Peak, I think their name is. They're this like Russian,
yeah,
like yeah, group. They're kind of, I feel like maybe them. Um, and she's like a sad girl too, so maybe like Julia Wolf.
Ye- I love it.
Like she's just crying about Twilight. Um,
She's listening to In My Room, then
yeah,
Bleed by
exactly.
Meshuggah right after.
Yeah, that's what I do. Honestly, that's what
Yeah,
my playlist looks like. I'm a big sad. I'm a big fan of the sad
I
stuff.
think that's how it
Um,
sits on my like songs playlist too.
yeah, big sad. Um, maybe there's one more. Uh, um,
This
maybe
sounds
there's this band called Faytooth.
okay.
They're like this all girl doom metal band from California. They're real
That's
sick
sick.
and they're very bleak sounding, and I think Samara would be into them.
I love it. Those are great answers. Well, we're just about here toward the end of the episode, so I've
Cool,
got uh, four more questions for you.
cool, man. Yeah, I'm chilling.
The first one is, you got new music coming out that you can share with us?
Do I have new music coming out? I have a new project that I have not announced yet. That's gonna be releasing music, um, uh, later this year, probably in the fall. Intervals, we are messing around with some stuff right now, so we're sending ideas back and forth. I have my own single called Soul that's coming out on Monday. I called it named after my bass, so that's my own song. Um, yeah, I'm currently working with a bunch of other artists. Like New Portraits record is currently being recorded right now. But yeah, I'm just doing a bunch of stuff. So that's kind of where what yeah, going to Asia to do some clinics, and yeah, that's kind of my where I'm at right now. I have a lot of music with a lot of different artists coming out soon.
Yeah, of course. Well, leading into that, do you
Hmm.
have any shows? Of course, you have your clinics,
Yeah, we're doing
festivals, any of that stuff.
yeah, I have I'm doing some clinics at the end of the month in Asia with Dingwall, and then right after that, Intervals is going on tour with Carnival in Europe and the UK from April 14th through May 15th.
That's awesome.
And I might be doing some shows with another artist over the summer. I haven't confirmed that yet, but we'll see.
Hey, well, I hope it does happen.
Me too.
Well, two questions left. Plugs
Cool.
and shout outs. Let me hear them. Plug yourself.
Oh
Plug your
man.
music. Shout out the
Yeah.
people you want to shout out.
Yeah. Instagram at Jacob Umansky.
Yep.
Lessons, Jacob Umansky bass at gmail.com. You can buy my plugin at submissionaudio.com. It's called Umansky Bass. It's a virtual instrument library. You can pre-order my new signature bass from Dingwall called The Soul. It'll be available later this year.
And it's
Um,
so pretty.
yeah, and listen to Jia. It's my other project. Listen to Intervals. Listen to Portraits. Listen to Clayton King. Um, who else do I play with? I can't list them all. But
A
yeah,
lot.
yeah. Those are my plugs. I would say.
I love it,
Go
man.
follow Dingwall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Dingwall is sick. Always
yeah.
got the sickest faces.
Always. Yeah.
I was looking to I already started looking at your bass so I could buy it later
Hell
when
yeah.
it comes out.
Sick,
Well,
dude.
we only have one last question, and that is, what song from your discography do you want to have as the outro song to the episode?
Ooh,
I mean, this comes out after Monday, so just saying.
I would say after Monday. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, use Soul.
Okay.
Use that
We'll
one.
do
Yeah,
that then.
yeah. That's fun. It's the first song I'm putting out under my name and only my name, so that's kind of a thing that's weird and new, and I don't know if I'll ever do again. But yeah, that'll be cool.
I'm excited to hear it, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Jacob.
Of course,
It
man.
was
Thanks for having
awesome
me.
chatting with you. You're
Hell
welcome
yeah.
back anytime, of course.
Awesome. Very, very cool.
Everybody go follow this direction. Everybody go follow Jacob. You know the deal. Ringling the dingling, as Austin Evans on YouTube says. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. This has been Mullins Over Music, episode 74, with your host, producer, and editor. That's me, Austin. Special thanks to guest Jacob Umansky. His song Soul is currently playing as the closing track, so check it out. Check him out on all social medias. Check out all the music he's made with many bands like Intervals, including this song. Thanks to Jacob for being a cool dude and a great guest. We'll have to have a longer episode in the future for sure. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can check out our merch at the link in the description, as well as check out our Patreon when that opens up at the end of the month for exclusive content, fun polls, early access to episodes, and other fun things. Special thanks to viewers like you. Thank you, and until next time.